Hey guys, welcome to the OSG Garage. I'm Keith, the old slow guy, and today we've got a special guest. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
So today is perfect dirt bike weather, and today Linda over here has a new to her, TTR230 that she's getting used to. How do you like it so far?
So far, so good.
Yeah?
I just like being outside here. It's just beautiful, even though it's drizzly rainy. It's another beautiful day in California, and this is just a different way to experience it, so it's pretty cool.
Guys, today we're going to show you a little bit about her taking some laps on the TTR, and let's get to it, huh? Ready, Linda?
Okay, yep.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
So when Linda told me she wanted to get into dirt biking, I picked the TTR125 for her first bike. I found this one on Craigslist, and I put a video up a few weeks ago about me taking it up, checking it out up at Metcalf. It got up all the hills, ran around on it. I did better on some of these hills than others, getting used to the very narrow power band. But for her, as a first bike, this thing was just perfect. So she decided to go into some type of off-road training class. So we went into Granum over at Carnegie. And the thing was just great. She did great on all the drills. At the end of the day, we're running around on some of the trails, the Pottery Trail, all the ones up around. We even went a second time to Metcalf, and we got her going on everything up there, including one of the uphills with the blue trails. Ran around on the ATV track. She was doing just great. But the problem is, she kind of quickly outgrew the thing. The bike isn't really made for a tall 5'8" person. Proportions were a little bit off. She's a little hunched over. Basically, she just got good too fast. So the next logical step up for us was the TTR230. So looked on Craigslist and found this thing down in Santa Cruz. Went down and picked it up. This is the one owner bike. The gentleman bought it for his wife. She rode it, according to him, 5 times. And that was it, and it's a 2009, and the thing is super clean. It's already been gone through by a dealer, too. I didn't even have to clean anything out, and it worked great. So picked this thing up. Linda and I went over to Metcalf last weekend, and she rode around the ring a couple times trying to get the feel for the controls and a little bit more power, and it worked really well, and she took to it pretty good. We did have to adjust the shift lever for the boots that she had. We moved it up a little bit. But after she got comfortable with it, we went off the little beginner area there, and we're back on the trail. And she was doing great. I mean, we had gone around all these trails on the TTR125 already last week, but for her to get used to this bike so quickly, I was pretty impressed. And you can see here she's going up Trail 3 up here, which is kind of a blue run. And the bike's got good enough low-end torque that she can kind of get up these things in second gear. There's not a hill that she can't go up slow and just kind of claw up with this kind of low-end torque that this motor has. So we haven't decided to uncork the bike yet. I think it'll be better with Linda if she just gets used to it the way it is for a little bit first. After she can spend some time on it, get used to the controls. You can see her here, she's standing up on it, getting used to, getting the little bit larger, a little heavier bike. Once she feels more comfortable with this, we can start to uncork this thing. Maybe open up the airbox, take care of the exhaust, either get an aftermarket. I've seen some videos online where these guys drill some holes in it, pop out some stuff. It still is legal for forest, any spark, but gives it a little more horsepower. Maybe even we can rejet it at that point too. But let's let her progress up slowly so we don't give her too much power at once. So after driving around on some of these trails here, we kind of headed over to the ATV track. Good practice for her just to understand body position stuff, going around turns. And here we're not going super fast on these things. We're not taking these turns at blazing speed. But first time on the TTR230, I mean, this is great. This is awesome to be doing that. So it's a great way to kind of just work on turning, work on body position. Going over some of these jumps is kind of good too. You're not going to get air, or she's not going to get air going over them, but you do get the feeling of the bike when it hits them and kind of weights and unweights. So that's good kind of experience as well too. laps and did another couple loops of the upper part of the trailer. I think it's trail 2. We decided to see, okay, maybe she's ready for going up the big uphill up trail 3. So we took one of the shortcuts going up to the last uphill up trail 3, and it's pretty imposing when you first look at it, especially if you've never been up it before. But it's not super steep. It's just really rocky, and there's a couple jumps in it. And if you're going fast, they're jumps. But if you're just going up it slow, they're just uphill. So she put it in second gear and basically just started to motor up the thing. It's pretty impressive, you know, when you've only been riding dirt bikes for barely like your 4th time ever, either on a track or a trail area. She's done pretty good. Now she's a mountain biker. She can get up and down stuff pretty easily, but you know, this little thing is like a little tractor, man. It just keeps going and spitting out rocks at me and going up it. I was a little nervous of myself with my 2-stroke KDX that I might not be in the greatest gear to get up this thing either, but everything went fine. You know, she at the end she mentioned that it was maybe a bit squirrely. I think it was freaking squirrely, actually, she said, but she got up the thing pretty good. So that's a big milestone, right? The first day on a bike like this, and first time ever going up this thing. So she did great.
I know, it's going like this. Good job, though, baby.
Thank you.
All right, go back to the car. Linda said freaking squirrely. Very good.
Thank you.
Man, you rock. Oh, I'm going down. Oh, that was awesome. Good job. Nice. Perfect.
Before we...
So I gotta say, the progression going from the 125 up to the 230 was a really good thing for us to do. For Linda, the 125 ended up being a bit small, but at the beginning it was just fine. You can get your feet on the ground, the controls are easy to find, there's not a lot of power to get in trouble. So as you're learning, it lets you kind of progress at your own pace, especially for someone who hasn't ridden a lot of motorcycles or dirt bikes in their life. Once you get up to the 230, obviously it's a little more weight, it's got a little more power, it's got more room, it's more comfortable. You know, we can even use this 230 maybe for driving into the backcountry and doing some overnight camping up on some of the fire roads or the trails up probably near Truckee, you know, around Tahoe area, maybe in the summer. So it's got some capabilities at least as well too. It's not something that you can't do other things with. So I would highly recommend anybody who's trying to get someone who hasn't ridden a lot to do the progression from the 125 up to the 230. The great thing about it too is the market for these things is pretty good. If they're not abused and misused, you can buy one, have someone come up and learn how to ride on it, turn around and sell it, and you probably won't even lose any money on it. And if you're a little handy cleaning it up, making it look a little better, you can probably even flip it and make a few bucks. It's just always a demand for these kind of things, especially out here in California, because people are always trying to learn, trying to get their kids or their wives, their girlfriends in on these things. So it's a great bike for those kind of situations. And on top of all that, these things are pretty bulletproof. They're little 4-stroke motors, well proven to last for years and years and years, especially if you're gonna only ride it infrequently. Pretty much it's the last bike you'll ever buy, unless of course you want to start ripping it up on some enduro track.
Hey Linda, welcome to the OSG garage today. Special guest.
Special guest.
So Linda, after we ride these, go riding a Metcalf, how do we...
Put clothes on and go for wine tasting. That's California.
That's the way to ride dirt bikes.
Well, that'll do it for this episode of OSG Garage. Hey, if you like what you see, hit the like button down below, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Remember, you can also follow us on Instagram at OSG_garage. Till next time, we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.